What's up, gamers? DreamcastGuy here, talking today about the next Xbox console because it has just been leaked, and people are a bit confused by it because it is a completely digital Xbox Series X. So it's going to be the best graphical power that Microsoft can currently provide, but without a disk drive, without even really any way to play discs ever again. And people seem to be a bit miffed because this is a lie. Xbox directly stated that they weren't going all digital, and yet their next console seems to imply that that's the current path. Let's discuss. Hi, I'm DreamcastGuy, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. So, real quick before we dive into all the juiciness, the details, the release date, and the price points, let's actually thank the sponsor for this video over there at Atlas. This video is sponsored by Atlas. Unicorn Overlord is coming out here in just a couple weeks on March 8th, and it's coming to the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox, the PlayStation 5, and the PlayStation 4, and obviously it looks fantastic. This is the latest creation by Vanillaware, the masterminds behind games like Dragon's Crown and 13 Sentinels, and to me, this looks like it could be their best game yet. Unicorn Overlord is a rebirth of retro fantasy strategy, which kind of has us going across different kingdoms, forging alliances, exploring expansive worlds, and most importantly, looking great doing it. This is sort of an homage art style that kind of calls back that strategy gameplay from the 16 and 32-bit era, but now with gorgeous modern 2D aesthetics. For tactics fans, this is a must play. Now, the best part of all is they've released a free demo that you can download and try for yourself, and it's actually super cool because the progress from that carries over to the main game. So if it strikes your fancy, give it a try today, and be sure to pre-order it using my link in the description box or as a pinned comment. This is releasing both digitally and physically on the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox, and the PlayStation, so definitely give it a shot, and I hope I see you guys on the battlefield. So multiple sources have confirmed the details in today's video. This isn't just some wild 4chan post or something. This is definitely confirmed, and it's definitely coming out relatively soon. But apparently, the all-digital Xbox is going to be purely white. It's going to look like this. And apparently the idea is to release it sometime between June and July. And yep, it's going to be white. Now, this is pretty bizarre because Xbox said they weren't going to do this. Last year, there was this big FTC court case, and during the course of that, a Microsoft lawyer accidentally posted some top secret documents directly onto a public website. And one of them was this weird cylinder Xbox, which at the time was called Project Brooklin. It's an Xbox Series X, but without a disk drive, and seemingly no way to ever have a disk drive even externally. It means you can only play stuff by downloading it. It's pretty much a Game Pass machine, right? Well, that was weird because when that came out, they released a statement saying, hey, this is not correct. This is actually old. None of this information is true. We're not making a digital Xbox. The catchphrase, adorably all digital, that's just not correct. We're not doing that. Well, fast forward 6 months, and here it is. Digital only. Xbox Series X is launching here in probably the summer. It turns out the adorably all-digital leaks were real. That Phil Spencer just lied. But so yesterday, what came out is essentially details as to the specifications of it. Now, currently, there is, of course, two different versions of the Xbox. There's the Series S, which is a digital system, which is white, but has less graphical capability, and the Xbox Series X, which is what I personally have, which has more juice, more power, more graphical capability. So, Apparently, the idea is to fusion dance merge both of those together, to take the white console that's cheap and the expensive console that's black and put them together to have a system that's cheaper, that's better, and additionally doesn't have a disk drive. Now, a lot of the price reports in it is that apparently they're going to try and make this about $100 cheaper. So currently, obviously, an Xbox is $500 for the Series X. This will be a $400 version of an Xbox Series X. To me, I think the idea of this is kind of interesting, but a lot of people seem to be very directly pushing back against this all digital effort that's kind of moving forward. Because, like, consider it. It does truly seem like Xbox is going to stop making physical games. A lot of their stuff just doesn't come out physically, or when it does come out physically, it's done by somebody else. Actually, just here a couple days ago, they announced that Pentiment was coming to the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 5, and obviously it's already been on Xbox. Well, they decided to do a physical version of it, but Microsoft isn't working on it. They hired limited run games to just do it for them. Microsoft is worth over $2 trillion. They're one of the biggest companies on the planet. The amount of cash flow they have is truly staggering. So the fact that they're not even bothering to print discs and game cases, like, it is baffling that clearly they care so little, they're just outsourcing it. They're just letting somebody else make it because they can't be bothered. Now, I will admit, I don't like the idea of the all-digital future because I have seen a lot of games just completely vanish. Currently, I have about 800 different PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 games, and a lot of those are digital. They're games I've bought over the years to either review or to play or to beat with friends and stuff like that, and I have personally seen about 20 games purely cease to exist. The culling, random online shooters I've enjoyed, Drawn to Death, indie projects where the company just folded and their servers have completely imploded, or times where something just had some sort of licensing dispute and they took it down off the storefront. It is weird that games can just vanish, so if I truly enjoy something, I always buy it physically. Like, personally, I don't talk about it much in videos, but I'm totally obsessed with the .hack games and the .hack anime. I'm glad I have a physical version of this so that if Bandai Namco completely folds, or if for some reason they decide to do another re-release of this and they take this version off of digital stores, I'm glad I can still play it. It is weird to me that we're in this era where they are just pushing out physical discs. And additionally, I think this kind of sucks because in past experience, digital only games stay expensive longer. Like, if there is no resale market to drag the value down, statistically it's been proven that a lot of times games just stay full priced forever. You'll still be paying $60 for Skyrim Ultimate Super Re-Release 15 if they can make it digital only. You have to buy it. There is no reason for them to drop the price other than like random sales. I wanted to actually do something, though. This is the last thing I'm going to look at, which is that I was curious how the Xbox diehards are reacting to this all-digital console, and they seem to be mostly just shocked that we're still getting new hardware. The Xbox is selling terribly. The Xbox has good games, obviously third-party support, first-party support. The Xbox Series X has great graphics. This is interesting to me because everybody is not complaining about the idea of new hardware. It's just the fact that we keep getting it without any massive Microsoft exclusive, right? If they're doing a revision, I wish they'd actually upgrade it to a 2 terabyte of storage since it is all digital. I can't believe we're talking next gen when this gen has not even taken off yet. Craziest console generation I've ever seen, 4 years in, and almost everything is still being released for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. It's crazy. Like, everybody is basically just either shocked about the fact that there isn't pictures of this system, even though we have those leaked documents. A lot of people are just like, why? Why make a digital Xbox? Why not make more games? I don't know. This has just been an off-the-cuff rant. I just want to talk about it because it is kind of strange. I do fully believe that the next Xbox console, whatever comes after the Xbox Series X, I do truly believe it is going to be a purely digital console. But I'm going to go a step further. I bet Sony is looking into the same thing. I bet Sony is probably experimenting internally with the idea of the PlayStation 6. There have been some rumors about the PlayStation 6 maybe even having a prototype. I think these consoles want to be all digital. I think that's the plan all along. I think it's just that Microsoft is willing to jump out here first and take a couple bullets to really kick the future down the road. But personally, I'm very not happy about it. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below, though. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. Oh, man. I do think the mock-ups of the white console look good, but I would never buy this, ever. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.